Hi guys, it's Carrie here, and this is our weekly meditation and philosophy chat. This week we are on the 7th primary energy center or chakra of the body. And this chakra is our crown chakra. This is our Sahasrara chakra. This energy center is located at the crown of the head, right on top. It also includes the central nervous system, the whole head, the cerebral cortex, the spine, the process of metabolism, and the DNA, those basic building blocks of who we are. So this energy center, the color sometimes is a purple or violet, and sometimes it's like a white light. So you'll see it discussed in those two ways in various lineages of philosophy. Some of the qualities of this chakra are spiritual love and compassion, peace and harmony, the ability to be fully connected to spirit, enlightenment, interconnection, our connection to something greater and to all living beings, and that feeling that we are a reflection of the divine. So we are looking at our own divinity, that higher reason and an awareness of a bigger picture, and ultimately enlightenment or bliss. So when we're out of balance in this chakra, it can cause confusion, depression. There can be a fear of alienation. We can have very rigid thoughts on religion and spirituality, very black and white thinking, and a lack of the ability to go with the flow. So a very powerful chakra. And today for our meditation, we're going to be using the lotus flower mudra. And I've done this one many, many times in my classes. It's one of my favorites. The lotus flower mudra is, we take the hands and we bring the index fingers and the thumbs together, and then the other three fingers spread. And it creates sort of like this open flower shape. Okay, so this is what we'll be using for our meditation today. Our focal point will be the top of the head. Again, the color purple or violet. The element that's associated with this energy center is thought. And the Adi mantra is actual silence. We do have a few mantras that we'll be using in our meditation today as well. So let's go ahead and get started with that meditation. Take a moment to find your comfortable seat. Feel your sit bones, your feet on the ground if you're seated in a chair. If you're sitting cross-legged, just feel your thighs press down. So you feel the sense of being rooted. And then from there, find your neutral pelvis. Start to lengthen up through the spine, draw the navel center in, just to create that sense of structure and power in the navel center. And then from there, lift the heart, let the shoulders rest on the back, soften the throat and the jaw. Feel yourself soften through the forehead, that third eye space, relax the eyebrows. And let your awareness come to the crown of the head. Take a couple of breaths here and just imagine that you're softening this space here at the top of the head. Now, as you inhale, reach your arms out, around, and up. Bring your 5 fingertips together over top of the head and just imagine that you're sitting this lotus flower bud right on top of the crown of the head. So it's a bud, it's not a flower yet. We're going to bring it into bloom during our meditation today. So let this lotus flower bud sit right on top of the head and leave it there as you rest your arms back down into your lap. Let the eyes close and just visualize this lotus flower bud resting right on top of the crown of the head. And as you're breathing, just begin to imagine the sky is opening up and there are these beautiful beams of light shining down onto your lotus flower bud. And this light is the light of the divine, the light of source, whatever that is for you. Maybe it's heaven or God. Maybe it's universal consciousness or the cosmos. Maybe there's another name for it. And as you see this light shining down on your lotus flower, imagine that with each breath, you're breathing that light into this flower and it's slowly beginning to unfurl, one petal at a time. Visualize your lotus flower blossoming, inhaling that light deep into the center of your bud, exhaling, opening petal by petal, visualizing the blossoming lotus atop the crown of the head. Let yourself take a few more breaths as you continue to blossom and open that flower. Visualizing the divine light touching the tip of each petal, saturating the center of the flower until your lotus flower is fully open. And then imagine that through this lotus flower, you're breathing that divine light down into your body. Breathing that divine light down into the feet, into the legs. Breathing that divine light into the fingers, into the arms. Breathing that divine light down into the bowl of the pelvis, into the abdominals, into the rib cage, up into the chest, and from the tailbone all the way up to the base of the skull. Divine light filling the spine, the back body, the shoulder blades. Let that divine light drip, drop, and saturate each and every internal organ. Feel the gentle movement of the breath, the gentle beating of the heart. Soften the throat as that divine light fills the neck. Let it fill the skull and saturate the brain as it's resting heavy in the back of the skull. Begin to imagine that divine light shining out through all the features in your face. Let yourself breathe here, bathed in the light of the divine. Gentle ebb and flow of breath. Inhaling, expanding in all directions with that breath. Exhaling as we remove all the obstacles that prevent us from fully connecting with our bigger picture. And now on your next inhale, reach the arms out around and up. Imagine you bring your lotus mudra to the top of the head. gently lifting that lotus flower from the crown. Lengthen the arms up towards source. Take the gaze up, offering that lotus one more time to the light of the divine. Taking a deep breath. As you exhale, gently move that lotus flower down through the crown, past the third eye, through the throat, and let it rest at the center of the chest. Feel the heart lift as the thumbs gently contact the breastbone. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, gently bow the head. Imagine you're gazing down into that lotus flower, gazing down into the divinity of the heart. Breathing in this divine light, holding that divine light in your heart. Imagine that lotus flower lives in the heart, and you take it with you everywhere you go. Always an opportunity to offer it up and to recognize that connection to something greater. An option, as always, here to repeat the mantra aloud or silently to yourself. I am trust. I am ease. I am peace. I am connection. I am understanding. I am light. I am divine. I am. Take a deep breath in through the nose. A full breath out through the mouth. Let the palms gently press together at the center of the chest. The light in me sees and honors that same light in each of you. The light of infinite connection. The light of divine. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.